1 month ago, I took a leap of faith and I quit my stable 9 to 5. And in that month, I did not post anything concerning the content I'm making right now. So a few days back, I took screenshots of my YouTube channel and I posted them on my old WhatsApp number. When I did so, there are so many questions that came. From my friends, from people that are concerned. And one of the questions that came was this: how are things going? Do you regret? And I'm here to answer that question. Do I regret leaving my 9 to 5? Absolutely not. I don't regret leaving a place or a job where in my mind I felt like I was a slave. I don't regret at all. I don't regret leaving a 9 to 5 because it was stressing me. Yeah, I don't regret leaving a 9 to 5 because after working 6 good years, I did not achieve anything. After 6 years, I evaluated myself, and all I had was 3 pairs of shoes, three jeans, 1 black pant, 1 jean, and 1 gentle pant. I don't regret leaving a 9 to 5 because I literally didn't achieve anything, and it was just stressing to me. Now, what is the reality of leaving your stable 9 to 5, of leaving your stable job? The reality is you are afraid to leave your 9 to 5. I was afraid to leave my 9 to 5 because I felt like it was stable and I was surviving. Yeah. But this is the reality of things. No one knows what the future holds. You understand? I quit my 9 to 5 without money. If you watched my previous video, you would know. I quit my 9 to 5 without money and had nowhere to go. But eventually, I figured out things, and things fell in place. Now, I dived in. I quit the 9 to 5. Then I was like, you know what? Let me dive into YouTube. And do such content to impact and inspire people. Why? Because it took me about 8 months of really deep thinking of how I should quit the 9 to 5, whether I should quit the 9 to 5 or not. And eventually in December, I did. And when I did, I had 0 subscribers. I had no YouTube channel. I had no phone. I had nothing. But I was like, you know what? What does it need me to create a YouTube channel? I created a YouTube channel. I did some research, and I started a YouTube channel as my first subscriber. Right now, you can see the subscribers that I have, and I'm super grateful. Now, why don't I regret leaving the 9 to 5? I don't regret because there's freedom and flexibility when you're not under someone. I'm the kind of person, I do not like being under people. I do not like being told what to do at what time. Because at jobs, they tell you what to dress in, how to dress, what to eat. So, and actually, even the hair, I wasn't even allowed to grow my hair. But of course, the moment I left, I put my hair because I love hair. And I couldn't do this at a 9 to 5. You understand? There's that freedom. I wasn't comfortable with waking up early in the morning. I'm not a morning person. But with my job, with jobs, you have to wake up at a specific time so that you reach your workplace in time. I understand that's how jobs work, and I respected that, and actually I did it. But the one thing that really bothered me a lot is waking up early in the morning, you prepare yourself to go to work, then it starts raining. When it starts raining, I'm sure most of you face this. I have no car, and those of you that don't have cars, I know you're going to resonate with me. It starts to rain. You understand? The moment you're done preparing, it starts to rain. Now, when it starts to rain, your boss does not care whether it's raining cats and dogs, all he wants or she is you to be at work in time. To me, that is not freedom. To me, actually, that is not even fair. Because me, I have no car. And so many other people. You understand? And why can't you give me an excuse? Why can't you be like, okay, it was raining and he came 20 minutes late. But again, I understand these are the rules of that job. I personally wasn't comfortable with it. Right now, even if it rains the whole day, I would sleep. I can even just lock that door, put on my ring light, put on that camera, and I record my YouTube videos in the comfort of my home. I get to dress the way I want. I don't like gentle clothes. I don't like ties. I don't like white collar things. That is not me. I like bangles. I couldn't even put on this. The HR would question me a lot. Yeah? To me now, this is what they call freedom. I get to do whatever I want in time. The other part about quitting the 9 to 5 or your job is, personally, I have the freedom of moving to what place I want at whatever time and day. But quote the time and day. Let me give you an example. At my former workplace, if it was a Monday, there's no way I'll travel to a place that is 6 hours away from my workplace, because I would literally miss the next day of work. Right now, if I decide to go to Kenya, if I decide to go to South Africa, I will literally just get my bags, pack, and I go. Without writing a letter to an HR explaining myself where I'm going. Actually, that is not even explained. Requesting her or him to allow me to go somewhere. I didn't like that, but right now, I can just decide to stop this YouTube video and I go wherever I want. That is the freedom. Actually, if you watched my previous video, you'd see that I did a bit of traveling. And I love the experience. I loved seeing different people. I loved seeing different cultures, their food. I loved seeing the nature. Actually, I've taken long without seeing such beautiful places. I've taken so many years. It was fulfilling to me. Yeah, that is the freedom I'm talking about that I have. I don't regret leaving that job. I do not. Check. Jobs, there's one thing I realized at my workplace, and I didn't like it at all. I didn't like the fact that someone had to decide what food I eat and what time I should eat that food. I know this is food, just some of you are there watching and like, now food, how can food bother you? It bothered me. Some days I feel like eating rice alone. Then at my workplace, you'd find some other food, and you have nothing to do about it but eat it. Also, I felt like I was in high school or prison. I'm sorry to say so. I felt like I was either high school or prison. Why? Because in high school, we were putting on uniforms. We were coming to school at a specific time and leaving that specific time. We were making lines to eat food. Making lines. Like, why would I make a line to eat food? To me, it didn't make sense. Why would I make a line to eat food? The things I've mentioned, putting on uniform, waking up at a specific time, all those things, cutting your hair, making lines. To me, this is like prison. It was like prison to me. Right now, I don't have to make a line to eat food. I choose the food that I want to eat. Do you understand what I mean? Like, there is no restrictions to my life right now. But I realized without those restrictions, you have to put restrictions on yourself. Because right now, the previous 1 month I've been partying a lot. because I missed partying. I been partying a lot until I was like, you know what? I've had enough of parties. Let me first relax. And yes, yeah, I put the restrictions on myself. Also, why would I regret leaving a job to work for myself and everything? I'm working for myself. I'm building a legacy for myself. Do you understand? I'm crafting my passions. I'm creating connections for myself. But not only myself, for even my kid that I'll have to inherit what dad has created. Imagine if this YouTube hits 5 million subscribers. My child that I'll give birth to is able to inherit that. Yeah? To inherit everything else that I will build. But working a 9 to 5, you're working on someone else's dream so that they grow. You're not working on anything of yours. Do you understand? All that energy you're putting in someone else. You're seated in a big job right now, a big job position, but your child will never inherit that. Let that thing sink in. They will never, like, you're replaceable, replaceable. You're replaceable. English. You can be replaced. Think about this. You can put your whole energy into your job for 20 years, 30 years, and they can replace you just like this. Just like this, you can be replaced. With all the effort and energy you've put in and sacrifice, you can be replaced just like this. Well, me, at this point, you cannot replace me. How? What are you going to do to replace me? That is what I mean, that I don't regret leaving the 9 to 5. You're seated there, you're going to work 30 years, and you want to look back and you wish you quit your 9 to 5 earlier. I don't want to be that kind of person who regrets. Yeah? I'm in the age where I can risk and do whatever I want. I have no child, I have no wife, I have no girlfriend, so I can quit. But even if you have those responsibilities, think about this. If the earlier you quit, the better. And I guarantee you, things will fall in place. Right now, I'm working on my passions. My passions and talents had gone down. Mostly the music part of it. I was no longer DJing, I was no longer playing the bass. My musicality dropped because I was so focused on that 9 to 5, on that job. And the thing with jobs is that people really don't appreciate the sacrifice and the work you put in. They will only look for that smallest mistake you've made. Now, this was the thing that happened to me. Actually, it's the thing that really made me quit. Is people don't appreciate the kind of effort and energy and sacrifice you put in. You understand? I remember one time I did. I worked so hard. Like, I was growing a YouTube. I was growing the media channels for them. And one time, my boss phoned me and he was complaining. And I understand they are standards that everyone wants. I was his worker. I was his employee, so he had to tell me. But the thing he told me showed me that however much you work for this guy, he will never appreciate. He told me he was complaining about me recording TikTok videos and Instagram in portrait. Yeah? This blew my mind away. I was like, what? I was like, everyone knows you have to record TikTok videos and shorts of YouTube and Instagram in portrait, because that's how screens are. When you record in landscape, the screen will be half. And I was blown away. I was like, what am I going to do to please this guy? And from that day henceforth, I was like, you know what? If they want their videos in landscape, I'll put them in landscape. One time my boss asked me, man, there is a lot of stress that I found at that 9 to 5. One day I was walking around, busy walking around. My boss called me. I asked, Sky, how are you? I was like, I'm all right. Then he asked me, but why do I pay you here? And now he asked me that question. I don't know whether he was frustrated, but this is not something you ask someone who works for you. Like, what do you mean? What do I do for you? This is what was going on in my head. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean that why do I pay you? What do you do here? So when he asked me that question, this was at that time where their social media platform was off the roof, taking off, and it was taking off because of me. Yes, I'm not being proud. Their social media platforms were taking off because of me. And here comes the boss, the big man, asking me, what do you do for me here? Why do I pay you? Then he told me, tell me how your day is, how your day goes. Then I explained to him, because when I'm looking for money, I'm a humble guy. Very humble. I explained to him what I do. And then also, what made it worse, the HR telling me to write my job description. And I'd been working there six years. What do you mean you don't know what I do? Yeah? Their music was going up because I taught those kids. Do you understand? I'm not like bitter, but I'm just telling you that you're going to put in a lot of your energy and work and effort, and these people will not appreciate. Do you understand what I mean? So I do not regret leaving such an environment. Because first of all, I had no friends there. When I got to the 9 to 5, I told myself, no friends here. Because at the end of the day, they are not your friends. They are just your workmates. When you're gone, that's it. You never hear from them again, and they never hear from you again. Yeah? So, do I regret leaving my 9 to 5? Absolutely not. I've seen a lot of benefits. There are benefits that I've seen, how, like the ones I've explained. And I haven't seen any challenges, really. But when I find challenges, of course, I'm going to come and tell you. Because this is what the YouTube channel is all about. I'm going to come and explain to you that this challenge and this happened. This is how you should go about it. Guys, I'm sorry about the background noise. I don't know why my neighbor is opening doors just like that. I don't understand, but forgive me about that noise, yeah? So, thank you for subscribing and liking my content. I honestly feel happy and also feel fulfilled. I feel fulfilled. Every time I see a new subscriber, every time I see new views, it fulfills me. And this is a thing that wasn't at my 9 to 5. I would see their social media platforms go up, my work that I put in them go up, and there wasn't any sense of satisfaction, because at the end of that day, they will put up a meeting and they tell you there is nothing you're doing. That used to hit hard. Yeah, to be honest. But now, even if I see 5 views of my work that I've put in on my channel, 30 subscribers, 37 on my work on my YouTube channel that I've created, it means the world to me. It keeps me moving. It keeps me moving. You don't know how powerful that is. That I'm doing something and people are liking it. They don't have to be so many. Yeah, that is why I left the 9 to 5, to create impact. You understand? Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Michael, and of course, if you're coming for the very first time, just hit that subscribe button, and also forgive my English. forgive my English. I hope you guys can understand my English very well. I try to communicate to you guys as easy as possible. I know my English is not that good, but good enough you guys are liking the content. And comment something, share this content, subscribe. It will help me grow. The ultimate goal is YouTube to start paying me, and I'm open to saying that. I cannot wait that day I withdraw money from YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Michael, and adios.